Detroit keeps winning.
Yeah, they're 15 out of 19 now.
Oh, there's a surprise. That was out in New Jersey.
Back in Oakland, California at the Coliseum, this is Gil Santos along with Bob Cousy as the Celtics starting five is being introduced. It'll be Danny Ainge and Dennis Johnson at the guards, Robert Parrish at center, with Larry Bird and Greg Kite as the starting forwards tonight. Scott Wedman out with a back injury. They hope to have him back tomorrow night in Denver. Kevin McHale not yet ready to play, and so Greg Kite draws a starting assignment. We'll talk about that with Coos in just a second. Quickly, some other NBA finals tonight. The Lakers have defeated Indiana 90-81. 76ers blasted Portland 153-133. Detroit over Seattle 118-113, and the Pistons continue to win. They've been hot lately. And Chicago knocked off New Jersey 99-96. Coos starting Greg Kite at a forward position tonight. There's K.C. Jones. Gives the Celtics a stronger rebounding front court than it would be with Scott Wedman playing, but not as potent an offensive front court. But what do you think they'll try to do to make up for Wedman's lost points tonight?
Yeah, obviously Casey's got to do a lot of juggling tonight, and he has a number of options in my opinion. This is the first one. He's decided to go with Kite up front to match up their two big guys, Carroll and this Larry Smith, who's a devastating defensive rebounder. Here's Chris Mullen, the heralded first-year man from St. John's, who's gotten off to such a good start. In any event, he also can go with third kill on short, because as we asked him on top, with Kite in the starting lineup, it matches Larry Bird onto their fine scorer short, who's very difficult to guard. Doesn't want to expend too much energy doing that, because I got a hunch they're going to need 40 or 50 points from Larry tonight. So let's see how long he stays with that. His option is with David, third kill on short, defensive 6'7" forward, or he could even drop, in my opinion, DJ down, play him as a small forward tonight, go with the three remaining guards in the back court, and that he possibly could get away with that again. I think he's going to see how the flow of the game goes. If he gets away with this lineup offensively, why, he'll play Kite as much as he can. If it looks like the offense starts to stutter a little bit, then he probably will go with third kill, because I think he wants to up-tempo the game. If, in fact, Golden State is weak inside the paint and on transition, then you've got to generate, an up-tempo game, and he's going to have an easier time doing that with third kill in the lineup.
There are officials for tonight. Lee Jones on your left and Blaine Reichelt on your right. The Golden State Warriors coming in averaging 111 points a game, but defensively they're weak. They're giving up 116 a game and 52% shooting percentage to their opponents. That is the highest or poorest in the league, depending which way you want to look at it. But no one shoots. No one has a defense that has given up over 50% shooting from the floor except the Golden State Warriors, and they're at 52. So the Celtics should be able to generate a lot of offense tonight. Rebounding, this is a pretty good rebounding team at 44 per game. But and they take decent care of the ball, only 17.5 turnovers. It's on the defensive end where they have their problem. Larry Bird gets the opening tap from Robert Parrish, and the Celtics on offense, looking to bounce back with a win after the loss in Phoenix the other night. Larry Bird, the NBA Player of the Week last week. Danny Ainge looking for his jump shot. Does not hit the first one. The rebound is taken away by Larry Smith, one of the best rebounders in the NBA in the top 10. This is Chris Mullen, the #1 pick from St. John's. Nice little backdoor pass from Joe Barry Carroll. Mullen fall away, 2. Chris Mullen, just a great pure shooter. He's averaging 14.5 points a game in this his rookie season.
He doesn't have the blazing speed, but I'll tell you what, he's a very smart, intelligent, instinctive player, and he'll shoot the lights out, as he just demonstrated on that first two.
Ball went out of bounds off the Warriors. It'll be Celtics ball. It comes inbounds to Dennis Johnson. The Warriors can score. The high watermark this season for this team is 150 points in one ball game. Ainge along the baseline, little 6-footer, doesn't get it. Bird the rebound. He gets it.
It'd be a nice time for Danny to break out of his scoring slump. I think they're going to need some production from the backcourt, but he certainly didn't get off to a good start.
This is Sleepy Floyd. It's an all Big East backcourt for the Warriors. Sleepy Floyd from Georgetown, Chris Mullen from St. John's. Now they come on top to Larry Smith. Floyd and Smith again. They're looking low for Joe Barry Carroll. Robert Parrish, of course, on Carroll, who swoops in, misses the shot. Rebound falls out deep to Purvis Short. He's a scoring machine, one of the top 5 in the league at 25 per game. 4-2 Golden State. Parrish low, wheels on Carroll. Does not hit. Greg Kite tips it up. No. Tips it up again. No.
Good effort by Kite on that offensive board. They're going to need some of that out of Greg.
Warriors throw it away. Celtics ball on the turnover.
I'm surprised they want to run with the Celtics, but so far it appears that they're looking for the break at every opportunity.
All right, DJ for the Celtics. They are 3-2 on the trip so far with 2 games left tonight, and of course tomorrow night at 9:30 here in 56 from Denver. Bird gets short in the air. Now to Kite in low. Greg left-handed hook for 2. Pretty smooth move by a large Greg Kite.
Tell you what, that is a nice move, and it's a nice one to start with as well.
So we are tied at 4, and we've played 2 minutes here in Oakland, California. To the basket goes Sleepy Floyd. Finds Purvis Short along the baseline, and he puts the Warriors back ahead at 6-4.
That was impressive. A little double pump from the corner there. Short's a shooter, and has been the only one who's really been carrying this team for the last few years. They haven't made playoffs in 1977.
Robert gets the offensive rebound, fakes, goes up, and ties the game. Joe Barry Carroll was already heading up court when the shot was taken.
He bailed right out of the play.
With a steal. Foul is called on the Warriors. Go ahead, Kuz.
I was going to say, Joe Barry bailed right out of the play. First, he let Parrish shoot. That's the position they've got to attack. Carroll is soft. He was supposed to be a change player when he got back from Italy last year. That is not the case, as I understand it, and he's always played a little tentatively and a little passive. And I think Robert can do a number on him if the Celtics go in there with some consistency.
We have a 3-second violation called on the Celtics. It'll be Golden State ball coming down. 9:15 to play first quarter. It's a 6-6 game. The one area where the Warriors are weak is defensively, and on the bench as well. They are not the best or the deepest team in the league. What a rainbow by Purvis Short, and it overshot the target.
The
Kite with a rebound.
Defensive pressure by Bird really forced that air ball. Dennis comes down and doesn't take a good shot, which is unusual for Dennis, and a luxury he's not going to be able to allow himself tonight, I don't think. They've got to go for the good shot selection.
8 minutes, 50 seconds left first quarter. 6-6 score. Chris Mullen gets it to Carroll. Looking for a return pass. He doesn't get it. Now Short and Carroll start to play a little pass. Joe Barry faces up to the hoop and puts the Warriors up 8-6.
That was a nice move. Poised and under control. They've got to trap Carroll inside.
Nice. Mullen just standing still, and Danny blew right by Chris Mullen.
Well, that's where he's had trouble. Not offensively, but he has difficulty guarding the fast, quick guards.
Air ball tossed up by Joe Barry Carroll. Goes to Larry Bird, and here comes Dennis Johnson.
Look at where Robert is, and look where Carroll is.
Stolen by Chris Mullen, who jumped right in front of Parrish. Sleepy Floyd, they're 2-on-1. Basket counts, and he's fouled. Foul is called on Greg Kite. The hoop by Purvis Short.
Good move. Nice pass. Let's see. DJ picks up the fact that Carroll is still in the backcourt. Tries to go to Robert. Robert probably should have gone to the basket rather than to the corner. Sleepy Floyd with good transition pass there to Short on the other end. Yeah, the pass was proper. It was not well made. Wow.
Dennis Johnson is fouled by Chris Mullen, so there's no hoop. And it'll be a possession foul on the Golden State Warriors. That will be team foul number 2. Foul on Chris Mullen. Second team foul on the Warriors. Dennis Johnson with a basketball for the Celtics. They're trailing 10-8 as Short had missed his free throw. Short, one of the better free throw shooters in the league as well, at 86%. All right, DJ looking for Bird low. Now they bring Kite up high and put Parrish low. They're almost playing Parrish in the same position where McHale would play. To the basket nicely. Knifing in goes Dennis Johnson. Tie game. Floyd has been doing a good job for the Warriors. 17 points a game and 9 assists as well. There's Mullen. He gets his shot out very quickly. Rebound to Bird.
Well, he doesn't have the speed to. Here's Robert on a breakaway.
Beautiful.
Super. He's going to beat Joe Barry down all night long.
Well, Carroll quit at the foul line.
Well, that's the second time in a row now. We told you the last time Robert was underneath, DJ threw the bad pass, but Carroll was still well in the back court, and Robert was down floor. Casey wants him to continue to beat him down floor.
Celtics have taken the lead at 12-10. Short on the miss. The rebound to Dennis Johnson.
There he goes again, by the way.
Up court to Parrish. It's stolen by Chris Mullen. Good anticipation by Mullen. 3-on-2. Mullen to the basket. No. Rebound Bird again.
Mullen forces the shot that time. They've got to be careful. They're releasing Robert, and he's got 2 or 3 steps on Carroll, but the guards, or specifically Mullen, have done a good job.
Nice dish off by Floyd. The Purvis short. We're tied at 12. 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's a 12-12 ball game.
Well, they're going to run with the Celtics. It's obvious, and I got to think that again with Wedman and McHale out, that should help our cause a bit.
Bird from outside on the miss. Floyd the rebound. The Warriors looking to push it up every chance they get. Ball is out of bounds off the Celtics. It'll be Golden State ball. Timeout taken by the Warriors. 6:19 left, first quarter at Golden State. It is 12-12. Boogie. Greg has done a pretty good job up there.
Yeah, he made the nice move.
It should have had the tip in. You know, did everything right. It just didn't fall in.
Oh, that's the final?
No, this one here? No, it's fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, 4 minutes left.
At Dallas. Wow. This team is coming unglued.
Yeah. I think Layton's ready to throw in a towel, too. He's making a lot of negative statements. I think he's just fed up with today's Jack.
I don't blame him. If anyone, do they have anyone to bring us a soda or anything like that? If they do, I'd like a Diet Coke, and so would Kuz.
Wise guy.
It's the water. It's all the rain from last night running through the rain. You know what we should have done? We should have started singing in the rain like Gene Kelly. Da 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 da. I'm singing in the rain. We'll keep you laughing on Channel 56 tomorrow night at 7. Benson joins Gladys Knight and the Pips on stage. And at 7:30 on Taxi, Alex is consumed by gambling fever after a lucky night in Atlantic City. Don't miss the fun here on Channel 56. Well, hello to the folks here in Oakland and San Francisco Bay Area who are former Bostonians. A lot of them came over, and former New Englanders before the game to say hello. Ball to be put in play by Golden State. Inbounds to Joe Barry Carroll and now Sleepy Floyd. They go low to Carroll on the baseline, who tries to work on Robert. Misses the shot. Weak side rebound Bird. And the ball is out of bounds off Larry Bird. This program authorized under telecasting rights granted by the Boston Celtics solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Boston Celtics and WLVI-TV is prohibited. Inbounds to Carroll. We're tied at 12. 6 minutes left first quarter. Purvis short. Downtown. No. Parrish the rebound. Neither team has made a substitution yet. This guy Larry Smith hasn't touched the ball on offense yet.
He's not much of an offensive threat. He's only averaging 9, but boy, he's devastating on the boards.
Look at
again.
Nice pass. Nice move by Robert.
Joe Barry simply out to lunch defensively there. Not getting the job done on Robert at all. A little fake to the ball. He jumped out, and Robert just backpedaled and got a nice pass from Danny.
14-12. Celtics up by 2. Carroll along the baseline. Picked off by Greg Kite. Kite gets it up court to Dennis Johnson, and a loose ball foul is called on Sleepy Floyd. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Golden State Warriors. Take another look at it.
Take a peek.
No,
DJ is up, by the way, so he's okay, although he took a pretty good shot there.
All right, Celtics with the basketball, leading by 2 at 14-12. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left, first quarter. Robert Parrish with 6 points, the Celtics leading scorer in the game. They're looking for Bird along the baseline. Now Parrish on the shot clock. We're down to 6 seconds. Robert with 2 people on him. Foul line, fall away, no. Rebound, out of bounds, and it will be, let's see, a Boston ball. Good hustle by Kite. Kite has done a pretty good job, Coos.
He's, you know, he's what he's done has pretty much been positive things, and I'm sure this is what Casey was looking for when he got him in there. Defensively, he hasn't hurt them, as you said. Smith, he hasn't given up anything to Smith, and he's kept that ball alive a couple of times on that offensive board.
Going to be Boston ball, out of bounds off the Warriors, so the Celtics will have 14 seconds on the shot clock to get one away. 4:51 left. KC looking at the action. 4:51 left first quarter. Celtics leading by a pair at 14-12. Bird on the inbounds. Lee Jones now hands the ball to Larry Bird. Danny Ainge looking for his jumper. Found it.
It wasn't in his basement after all.
No, it's in his hand. Celtics were their biggest lead of the game.
Right?
4 points. Boston's biggest lead of the first quarter. 16-12. Floyd and now Mullen off the pick. 16-14. Chris Mullen. Always been a great shooter ever since right from the very start, freshman year at St. John's. Tried to save Dennis on that one. I would have gotten an assist. All right, Mullen will put it in play for the Warriors. 2-point Celtic lead. Sleepy Floyd.
Good penetrator. Got to stay alert when he's got the ball.
Mullen again off the pick. Not this time. Joe Barry Carroll followed it. Tied up at 16 apiece.
Robert came out to help out. That released Carroll to the basket. His second basket.
Kite for the Celtics. Tied at 16. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. So far, a slowly played quarter. The Warriors started out running. They have slowed that strategy down a bit. DJ posts up Sleepy Floyd, does not hit the basket. Carroll has the rebound. Gets it up court to Chris Mullen. Warriors have hit 2 straight, looking for a 6-0 run, and a reverse slam is missed. Purvis Short is fouled by Danny Ainge.
Boy, old Short exploded to the basket.
Did he ever?
On that baseline, didn't he?
Reef.
It's lucky Ainge just got him a glancing blow, because that would have gotten Danny's attention. Here he is coming over from the weak side to give Bird some help.
For the Celtics now, Jerry Seasteen and Bill Walton are into the ball game. Dennis Johnson is out, and Robert Parrish comes out, and Walton gets a tremendous ovation.
I think it's a good move on the part of Casey in terms of attacking Carroll with both big men at the same time. You know, bring Walton in and let him lay a little muscle on him now. Robert ran him pretty good up and down the floor. Let's see if Walton can soften him up a bit.
Free throw by Purvis Short. The Warriors have scored 5 in a row, and they've taken the lead at 17-16. Short, an 86% foul shooter, 25 points per ball game, 5 rebounds a game. His high this season been 44 points. He gets 1 of the 2, and the Celtics trail by 1. But now it's Ainge, Seasteen, Walton, Bird, and Kite for the Celtics. Larry gets it low to Bill Walton.
Walton want to take it into the middle, but he gets the trap down from
Danny double pump, whistle and a foul. It'll put Danny Ainge on the foul line. Foul is called on Golden State on Chris Mullen.
Well, the Celtics obviously attacking Carroll, as we told you. This makes sense. They didn't do it in Phoenix, and they paid the penalty. They're going inside early here. Carroll gets a hand on the ball, but also gets Ainge fouled in the process.
All right, Danny looking for his second point of the ball game. He's a 91% foul shooter for the Celtics. He gets them both, and the Celtics lead by 1, 18-17, with 3:20 left here in the first quarter. Chris Mullen getting it up court to Joe Barry Carroll. Now in the middle of Mullen on the return pass, and it's stolen away. Ainge coming up court for the Celtics. Danny, pull up. No. Rebound. No. Into the hands of the Golden State Warriors as Smith got the rebound. Purvis Short. Great scorer. Alley-oop. 2. Nice to Larry Smith from further short.
Smith's a leaper. He got behind the defense, and all you got to do is lay it up there when that situation develops.
Celtics now trail by 1, 19-18. Ainge again. And it's 20-19 Boston. Sleepy Floyd.
Ainge with 8 points, so that's a good sign. Floyd on the penetration.
Carroll straight out. This team can score. Make no mistake about it. Got a lot of shooters on this ball club.
They're averaging 111. The problem is they're giving up 116.
Ainge got caught in midair, threw a bad pass, stolen by the Warriors. Their backup court, and it's cleared by Larry Smith, and he's fouled as well.
Well, that's a nice play.
Greg Kite commits the foul. The Warriors have a 3-point lead. There's timeout on the floor. 2:13 left. Here in the first quarter, it's Golden State 23 and the Celtics 20. Yo. Since I didn't see it, no.
No. Do we know that was the problem? You got it in the eye?
I don't know that's a problem. I didn't see it. Kevin. Hey, Kev. What happened to Robert?
Cut above the right eye.
Huh?
Cut above the right eye.
Thank you. A cut above the right eye. Santos and Bob Cousy back in Oakland, California, where the Celtics are trailing 23-20 to the Golden State Warriors. Danny Ainge with 8, Robert Parrish with 6. Celtics leading scorers. Parrish has been taken to the locker room to be treated for a cut above the right eye sustained a moment or two ago. The Celtics right now have changed their lineup a tad. They've got a backcourt of Seestein and Carlisle with Walton at center. Bird and David Thirdkill are now the forwards. Golden State has inserted Terry Teagle into the lineup at a guard position, replacing Chris Mullen. Teagle had been a starter until Mullen signed. Teagle, a former #1 draft choice of the Houston Rockets, who didn't make it there but has been doing a good job out here. He's a great scorer. All right, Seestein to Bird. Celtics trailing by 4. 2 minutes left in the quarter. They try to go in low to Carlisle. It's out of bounds off the Warriors. It'll be Boston ball.
Hopefully Robert will be out soon. Casey obviously doesn't need to lose one of his centers at this point, and Walton has played a lot of minutes in the last 2 or 3 games out here on the West Coast.
Bird gets his man in the air, Larry Smith. Bird's shot doesn't go, but he'll be at the line to shoot 2. The foul is on Smith, and Larry will bring his 89.9% free throw shooting average to the line. That's tops in the NBA. Here's Bird.
This kid hasn't done a bad job in terms of Bird only having 1 hoop so far tonight, but on the other hand, we've seen him lay the fakes on him a couple of times. He's a leaper, an excellent rebound, as we've told you, so he's going for the fake and completely overreacting. Hopefully this is going to work to produce some points for Bird pretty soon.
1 more free throw for Larry. He gets them both, and it's 24-22. Celtics down by a pair. Floyd with Seestein on him. Floyd tried to work Seestein into a pick, but Jerry went around Larry Smith. Pretty good battle between Walton and Carroll down low. Nice pass by Joe Barry Caracuz, and a foul will be called on Bird by Lee Jones.
An excellent pass by the big guy. That's the pass we saw Bill Walton make to Carlisle, I believe, the other night in Phoenix. Take a look. He's looking over his shoulder. He spots the cutter, but that's still not an easy pass to make. It's one thing to see the man. It's another to get the pass through to him.
Looked like Bird got all ball, but he's called for the foul anyway. And apparently they're calling it a shooting foul. I didn't know if Short was in position to shoot, but he's going to take a shot. Tough couple of shots. He's the game high scorer right now. First one goes for Short. He'll get one more.
10 points for Short.
25-22 Warriors. Minute 42 left in the first quarter.
He's just been made team captain again. He started off the season, I believe, as team captain, and there was a little grousing with John Bach, the coach, and now he's been reinstituted in that responsibility.
Walton gets it off to Seasteen, who's wide open for a 16-footer, and he buries it. 2-point game again, 26-24 Warriors, minute and a half left, first quarter. Well, I guess a lot of the Warriors have been doing some grousing about their coach. Column in the paper today or yesterday by Art Spander out here, a well-respected writer who said that JB really has been laying it on to Bach in his locker room comments and stuff. Sleepy Floyd, who always been a good outside shooter, gives the Warriors a 4-point lead again with a minute to go in the first quarter. Carlisle, and now Seasteen for the Celtics to Bird. Larry goes to the baseline. Beautiful job. Walton moving without the ball, and Bird getting the ball to the open man.
Nice little pick and roll. They do that so well. Walton not wasting any motion of time and jamming that ball through there when he gets it. He does it about as quickly as any center in the league.
Walton gets the rebound at the other end. We're going to get a loose ball foul on the Warriors. It'll put Bill Walton at the foul line. Foul is on Larry Smith with 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And Bill Walton will be down shooting 2.
They've been able to keep Smith off the offensive board. He's got a couple of hoops. He's played well. As I say, he's done a respectable job on Larry Bird so far, but normally he does a lot of damage in that offensive board as well. They've been able to keep him off.
As you see, Robert Parrish is back after having a cut above his right eye attended to. Bill Walton at the foul line to shoot 2 for the Celtics. Jeff Houston is in the game for the Warriors. Houston and Teagle are now the Warrior guards. The front line remains the same: Carroll, Short, and Smith. Walton is up to 7.5 points and 6.5 rebounds per game, along with 65 blocked shots. Now, Greg Ballard, former bullet into the ball game for the Warriors, replacing Larry Smith at a forward. That gives them 2 shooting forwards, both in Ballard and Short out there.
Let's see how Ballard does on Bird. A lot better defensive player than Smith, I believe. You won't see him jumping in the air on those fakes, but on the other hand, probably what will happen is Bird will go wild on this kid, even though technically he's better equipped.
That kid can shoot it right there. Terry Teagle from outside. Warriors lead by 3, 30-27 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. That's Houston on Seasteen for the Celtics. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Bird with a fake. Got Ballard in the air. Bird trying to dish it off to Walton. Couldn't do it. Ballard with a steal. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Shot is off by Purvis Short, and that is the end of the first quarter, with Golden State leading it by a score of 30-27 after 1 here in Oakland, California.
Too. I don't know if I didn't have a chance to. He didn't. He didn't. That happened, so I don't have a chance to start.
Gonna play again, right? He'll play though, huh? Good work, Doc. Good work, Doctor.
Thank you. Now, Louis, was there anything you wanted to say to me? Because I talked to the stat guy. They changed up on me, you know. Well, the guy that was supposed to be doing my stats, the Golden State announcer, came walking over and said, "Hey, you're supposed to be working with me," and he took him away. I don't even know your name. Gary? The fellow named Gary that they went and got for us, but I didn't have a chance to talk to him because I was already on the air. Well, it wasn't her fault. She apologized, but I blame the announcer for I blame the Warrior announcer. I mean, cry, you just don't come walking over and take somebody away at the last minute like that. Now, I can understand why he would want a guy that he uses all the time, but once it's been set up, gee whiz.
30 out.
Well, they're up. I wonder what the shooting is.
Right on. Yeah.
Well, Coos Golden State leading 30-27 after one quarter. Have the Celtics been playing as hard as you think they can defensively against what is a very good offensive team?
Not too bad. Golden State, frankly, has run a transition game pretty well, and they've hit from outside pretty well. So their offense is kind of in high gear. It's not that we haven't been working at it. Greg Kite conducted himself very well in his first starting assignment this year, and so I suppose Bird's got to pick up his offensive tempo a little bit. Smith, you know, has held them to 4 points, only one field goal, and if he'd had a normal quarter, why, we'd have a little lead.
All right, this is Terry Teagle, great long-range shooter, as you noticed.
Under pressure as well.
5-point lead. Teagle off the bench for the Warriors now, was a starter before Mullins signed. Teagle averaging 12 points a ball game. Walton up low now, finds Seastein. We're going to get a whistle and a foul called on Jeff Houston. Warriors have a lineup out there now of Teagle and Houston at the guards, with Jerome Whitehead at center. Ballard and Purvis Short are the forwards. Parrish had 3 stitches over the right eye. He, of course, is ready to return to the ball game anytime. Bird gets Ballard to go for the fake. Larry with a little rainbow. 32-29. The Warriors lead is cut to 3. We've played a minute here in the second quarter. Jeff Houston, he's been around the league, played with the Cleveland Cavaliers, played with several other clubs in the league. Ballard outside, always a good shooter.
Always a good shooter, especially from there. Doesn't need a lot of time, as you notice, because he carries the ball high. So you've got to be with him, with or without the ball.
Bird trying to work on Ballard, goes over him, does not hit. Rebound to Houston. Rockets push it up, or the Warriors push it up.
That's a nice play.
Jeff Houston hitting Terry Teagle with it.
Houston's always been a good passing, playmaking type of guard, but old Teagle made the outstanding move there. Seastein answers.
Celtics cut the Warrior lead back to 5 points, but it was 7 there for a moment, which is Golden State's biggest lead of the game. The Celtics' biggest lead was 4. Houston goes around the Ballard pick. Jerry Seastein on Jeff Houston. Now Teagle off the pick. Bang. Hey, he's a tough shooter. He's hit 3 already.
Well, John Box from the old school. He'll go to the man with the hot hand, and that's what he's doing with Teagle at the moment.
Again, the Warriors by 7. They are playing the Celtics so far. Third kill low. Trying to work. Goes right by Purvis. Short for 2.
Nice job. Third kill showed him the ball a little bit. All Short went for the bait and went for the ball, and that allowed third kill to spin around him.
Greg Ballard for Golden State. They're leading by 5 points. 9:40 left in the first half. Teagle again. That's 4 for Teagle here in the second quarter.
Was that 3 or 2? Casey calling a timeout.
2-point shot.
To suggest to his guard that maybe he'd better go out as fast. Teagle wants to take it.
Timeout of the Flyer. 9.5 minutes left in the first half. It's 40-33 Warriors.
How many Eagle Beagle Teagle have?
10.
In about 2 minutes?
Yep.
You can classify that as getting warm. That's warm.
Everybody plays like they're all galaxy against us. Jeez. For the one of Larry's buddies back there in French Lick, And for all the people in Phoenix who were telling us they have satellites, and I guess it's the satellite capital of America,
This one's for you.
this bud's for you.
Those 12 are for you.
They almost coordinated 2 people at once that time. For those of you who dreamed of cruising the Caribbean, we'd like you to be on board when the Celtics players and staff head for a fun-filled week of luxury aboard the SS Norway. Celtics Cruise. For more information on the cruise on June 21st, call 273-5568. For the Celtics, Dennis Johnson is back in. Johnson and Seestein the guards, Walton at center, Third, Kill, and Bird the forwards. Terry Teagle has scored 10 points for the Warriors in this game. He's 4 of 4 in this quarter. I guess they're going to have to try and play a little tougher defense on this guy. Walton, people spinning all around him, backs off. Now Bird goes baseline. He's got Teagle on the switch. Bird takes him in, does not get the basket. He'll be at the line to shoot. Foul is called on Terry Teagle, who is a 6'5", fourth-year player from Baylor.
Set with himself there. The play worked perfectly. They established a mismatch off the split, and he got it in where he wanted it, and then blew the bunny.
Larry with 2 free throws. It's a 40-34 ball game. The Celtics deficit is now 6 points, and Bird will try to cut it back to 5. He does. Warriors have Houston and Teagle at the guards, Whitehead at center. Ballard and Purvis Short are their forwards. This is Jeff Houston. Been around the league. This is 7th year in the NBA. Now Short, now Whitehead and Houston again. They're looking to get Teagle free, but Dennis Johnson is on him like another shirt. From outside, Rainbow misses. Bird the rebound. DJ comes down. Celtics with 9 minutes left in the first half, looking to cut the deficit to 3. Walton. Oh, beautiful pass to Bird. 16 on the steal of the inbounds pass. Celtics now laying a little defense on the Warriors. Bird, up fake. Bird again, off the glass. Does not get it. Rebound to Jerome Whitehead. Up court to Teagle, and now Houston for Golden State. Right into the hands of Bill Walton. Larry Bird is all alone. Gets the pass, lays it in.
Seestein alertly realizing that Bird hadn't had the opportunity to get back down on D. Once they threw it away, got it right to Bird down floor, who was waiting for it.
Celtics have scored 6 unanswered points to cut the Warrior lead to 1 with 8 minutes left in the first half. Houston is fouled by Jerry Seestein, but that is only the first team foul on the Celtics in the quarter, so it'll be a possession foul. Larry Smith comes in for the Warriors. He replaces Purvis Short. Smith will put it in play for Golden State, or Houston will rather.
Seestein continues to do good things out there in just about every way.
Bird the rebound off the miss. Down court pass to Third Kill is touched by a Warrior and picked off by Ballard. Houston for the Warriors. Celtics trailing by 1. Ballard winding up. Going to take it into the paint. Rebound. Loose ball foul is called on Bill Walton. Second Celtics team foul.
Celtics still starting to play excellent support defense in back. You notice Ballard on that penetration. Boy, a minute he got a half a step on Bird. A couple of guys moved up from below and forced a really off-balance shot.
Ballard on the inbounds pass, looking for some help. Here's Whitehead wheeling into the lane, missing, and Bird gets yet another rebound. He's got 6 already in the first half of play.
Defense starting to affect the shot selection now by Golden State.
DJ comes in. The basket does not go, but he is fouled, and Dennis will be at the line, fouled in the act of shooting. It is also the 3rd team foul against the Warriors in this quarter. Celtics have just 1. Now DJ will be at the line for the Celtics. Danny Ainge comes back in, replacing Seestein, and Joe Barry Carroll is back in for the Warriors.
Yeah, they tap down on a big guy immediately. He looks for the guard that's been left alone. It happens to be DJ, who takes it in and looks for something a little better than the jump shot.
Dennis Johnson ties the game at 40-40, and now Seestein will come back in for the Celtics, replacing Bird. Gives the Celtics a 3-guard offense and means Dennis Johnson will be playing a forward position, Kuz.
So he will go to DJ as a small forward, which I think is a good move under the circumstances.
One more free throw for Dennis Johnson. Celtics trying to take the lead for the first time in this quarter, and they do. So the Celtics have run 8 unanswered points on the Warriors, and they lead 41-40. 8 in a row for the Celtics in the last 2 minutes of play.
That matches DJ up on Ballard, who's a shooter. Doesn't have great speed, so D should be able to do a good job. He's given up a couple of inches.
Joe Barry Carroll misses the layup, but he's fouled by Jerry Seestein, and Carroll will be at the free throw line for Golden State. Carroll, 7-footer from Purdue. Of course, he was involved in the trade. Take a look at the replay first.
Pretty good ball movement here on the part of Golden State. They forced the pass in low back to the guard, who finds Carroll free on the left side. They've been playing very unselfish basketball. That's why their transition game has worked so well in the first quarter.
Joe Barry Carroll was the first player taken. The Celtics traded that draft choice to the Warriors for Robert Parrish and the 3rd pick on the first round, which turned out to be Kevin McHale, and was a pretty good trade for the Celtics.
I'll tell you, in a what if department, can you imagine if Golden State had waited for Robert to develop, drafted McHale instead of Joe Barry?
Danny Ainge from outside
continues to be hot. 10 points now. And that's when, you know, they had Bernard King and Lloyd Free. That would have gotten them in the playoffs,
sir.
I'll tell you.
When you look at some of the forwards and big people the Warriors have gotten rid of over the years, it's an all-star team. Carroll tries to whip a backdoor pass, but there wasn't anybody there. The Warriors at one time or another have had on their team Jeff Rulin, Robert Parrish. They could have had Kevin McHale. They had Bernard King. And there's one other guy, a 5th one. Who is the other one? I can't even think of it now. But they've had like an all-star lineup. Ball out of bounds off the Warriors. It'll be Celtic ball with 6:34 to go in this quarter. The Celtics have outscored the Warriors now 10-0 over the last 3 minutes. Comes inbounds to Seestein. The Celtics want a 22nd timeout. Now, with 9.5 minutes left in this quarter, Golden State led 40-33. So now, since then, the Celtics have outscored them, 10-1. 10-1, because it's a 43-41 Celtics lead. So it's a 10-1 spurt for Boston in the last 3 minutes of play.
And they picked up their defensive effort as well. As I say, it has started to force Golden State into poor shot selection, really, and also some violations. They've started to turn the ball over. They have not been producing the transition basket with the same consistency here in the second quarter than they did in the first. So whether Boston is getting back more effectively and more quickly, or whether their game is diminishing a bit is questionable, but it certainly worked in the Celtics' favor.
All right, Angel put it in play. Does to Dennis Johnson. Celtics have a small lineup. A DJ, they clear it out for him, goes to the hoop, and no basket, says Lee Jones.
Well, again, with Ballard matched up on DJ, they wanted to isolate him and let D put the ball on the floor. He's saying that he fouled him outside, so it'll simply be the 4th team foul.
It'll be a possession foul. The foul is on Greg Ballard of Golden State, and Danny Angel put it in play for the Celtics. All right, it'll come inbounds to Dennis Johnson. Again, they clear out for him. He tries to go on Teagle, can't. They swing it to the open man behind the foul line. Seestein buries it. Boy, Chris, he has really been hitting that shot every time he's been left open.
As we said,
month and a half.
We said before, he just takes what the defense gives him. He never looks for the shot, but when they tap down off him and the ball swings around to him as it did that time, he simply hits the shots he has to.
We have a whistle down low, and a foul is called on Bill Walton. That'll be a possession foul. This is the 2nd team foul on the Celtics. Robert Parrish is getting set to check back in for the Celtics. There's a timeout taken here by the Warriors. 6 minutes left in the first half. The Celtics on a 12-1 run have a 4-point lead.
Celtics substitution number 33, Larry Bird, and number 0, Robert Parrish, return.
4th team foul.
Oh, I see it.
It's the 2nd foul on Walton.
I was looking on this side.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Sam. Hey, Louis. Yeah, we got Al Davis is in the crowd here, out behind me and left of me. Up. You want to see if he can find them. Let's see here. 45. Who the hell is that fifth guy that the Warriors had? Or they could have had. They had Parrish, they had King, they had Rulon. There's another guy that they had.
Ricky Brown.
No, that's not him. No, this is a real good player. Another real good player.
That they had?
Yeah. Hey, Kev. They could have drafted you, but they didn't. All right, but they did have Robert. They did have Bernard King and Jeff Rulon. There's one other guy that they had, a real good forward, that Golden State had that they don't have anymore. And I can't remember who the hell it was. Who got away to another? They traded them to another team, or. Well. In the last 3.5 minutes of this ball game, the Celtics have outscored the Warriors 12-1 to go from a 7-point deficit at 40-33 to a 4-point lead at 45-41. And now the Celtics have made some changes as Larry Bird and Robert Parrish check into the game. So it's Ainge and Seastein at the guards, Bird and Dennis Johnson at the forwards, Robert Parrish at center. And it comes to Sleepy Floyd, who's out there at a guard right now for the Warriors with Terry Teagle. Teagle was shooting lights out a while ago, but ever since things have cooled off. Joe Barry Carroll's turnaround has missed. The rebound of Robert Parrish.
That's what the Celtics want to force him to. They don't want to let him into the middle. They try to force him outside for that quick little backboard job. It takes him completely out of the play if he misses the shot. And with a 7-footer guarding him, the chances are he's not going to make too many of those.
Ainge finds Seastein open. Jerry along the baseline to Robert Parrish for 2. Boy, talk about unselfish basketball. Celtics now with a 14-1 run.
Boy, they ran Seastein off that pick, freed him up, that opened up the baseline drive, and that brought Carroll over and laid it down. He is really playing well. That time Carroll got into the middle. And as we told you a moment ago, that's what the Celtics want to avoid.
First basket for the Warriors in 4 minutes. 47-43 Celtics. Bird outside. No. Rebound, Sleepy Floyd. 16-3 is the Celtics run right now. Greg Ballard launches one, and it's good, and it's 47-45. They get it out quickly to Ainge, but the Warriors get 3 people back on defense. Seastein's pull up. No big men there. Rebound to Ballard. Now the Warriors making a comeback, looking to tie on this trip with 4:40 left in the first half. Floyd for Golden State. Now Joe Barry Carroll. Floyd again. We'll play a little pass with it. Former Georgetown Hoya gets it back to Joe Barry Carroll. No. Rebound Bird tips it to Seastein. To Ainge. Ahead to Robert Parrish. Beautiful move by Robert as he slid up to go around Teagle and fouls him. Robert will be at the line.
And Robert continues to beat Joe Barry Carroll down floor. I mean, it is no contest. The Celtics threw the ball away a couple of times in trying to go to Robert on his play. Otherwise, you know, the release play would have been more successful, and it has been, and it's also already produced a couple of hoops, and now the free throws.
Parrish with 2 shots. First one goes, and it's 48-45 Celtics with 4:21 left in the half. Robert's numbers 16 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. Leads the team in block shots with 79. Warriors have Floyd and Teagle at the guards. Carroll at center. Smith and Purvis Short are the forwards. Sleepy Floyd. That's Seastein on him. Now Teagle. Purvis Short with Dennis Johnson doing the defensive job, and they have to get it back out to Floyd. 3-point shot for Sleepy. No. Bird had the rebound. It slapped out of his hands and laid up, and no good by Smith, but tipped in by Joe Barry Carroll.
Good job on that offensive board that time. The Celtics momentarily had a handle on the ball, couldn't maintain it. Eventually, Golden State got a couple of shots at it.
All right, DJ off to Jerry Seastein. Celtics lead by 2. Johnson looking for Robert. Robert trying to wheel on Joe Barry Carroll, goes around him, misses the shot. Rebound Larry Smith. Smith off to Floyd. Warriors looking to tie. Here's Carroll on the cut, losing the ball. Foul on the Celtics. Going to be called on Larry Bird. That'll put Joe Barry Carroll at the foul line for Golden State. And a chance to tie with 3:20.
Second foul on Bird. Golden State picking up their fast break game a bit here in a lot of stages of the second quarter.
Chris Mullin comes in replacing Terry Teagle. Teagle had hit 10 points but hasn't come close in the last 3 or 4 minutes as the Celtics put a little defense on him.
Well, that's the idea, you know. If you get some rapid-fire offense out of a shooter type, and if he isn't that steady a player in terms of the other responsibilities or whatever, or if he's a streak shooter, point is, hey, you've gotten something positive out of him. Get him out of there before he neutralizes it. You know, it's some bad plays.
Warriors have tied it up, 49-49. 3:15 left in the first half here at Oakland, California. Danny Ainge for the Celtics. Now Jerry Seestein from 20. Wham. Celtics lead by 2 again, 51-49. 3 minutes left in the half.
See, the defense doesn't take Seestein seriously. You know, they're saying, hey, we got to stop Parrish, we got to stop Ainge, DJ, Bird.
Nice move.
That was a nice move by Carroll. That's his first good, strong, positive move, despite the fact that he's got about 13 or 14 points.
Parrish wheels around Carroll and is fouled by Joe Barry Carroll, and Robert Parrish will be at the line. The foul, however, will be called on Purvis Short. But the Warriors over the limit, as are the Celtics, and both teams in a shooting situation here now. Look at it again.
Here it is. Robert trying to free himself up. Finally goes outside. Short on the trap down. Just gets him across the arms. Yeah, getting back to the Seestein thing, you know, the defensive thrust is aimed obviously at the other 4 guys that are out there who are outstanding scorers. And it opens up the opportunities, not only in terms of trap down, but just in terms of normal defense, and he's been able to exploit it. You know, having opportunities and taking advantage of them are 2 different things, obviously. Floyd with a good...
Yes, sir. It was right by Seestein. 53 all, 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Ainge comes back in the other direction, and he is fouled as he went racing by at the other end. Was fouled, and he'll be at the line shooting 2. Danny's had a very productive first half, and he has been looking for his jump shot on the entire road trip and seems to have found it here in Oakland, California.
There it is, again, blowing by Mullin. That's where Mullin's going to have his problems, trying to guard the quicker offensive guards in the league.
One more free throw for Danny Ainge, 53 all with 2:26 left in the half. And for Golden State, Terry Teagle is back in, replacing Chris Mullin as you look at K.C. Jones. Ainge gives the Celtics a 1-point lead, 54-53. Sleepy Floyd for the Warriors. Celtics up by 1. They trailed by 3 at the quarter. Carroll trying to work on Robert Parrish, and a whistle. And what do we have here?
The support
Eagle defense.
Yeah, that support defense we were talking about gave him a little too much support, and the officials decided it was his own. I say the backside of the Celtic defense trying to shade down as much as possible to help Robert or anyone else who posts up.
All right, Floyd for the Warriors. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Teagle behind a pick that time. Backs it down. And it's a 1-point lead for Golden State. Terry Teagle has hit 6 baskets. Parrish gets it out to Jerry Seestein. 20-footer on the way, no. Rebound Golden State. Warriors with a fast break. Floyd has only 2 people back. Gets it to Purvis Short. Rebound Bird. Loose ball foul. Golden State. Bird will be at the line. Foul is on Teagle.
Bird uses his body so effectively on both boards, but either to get the position on, you watch it. See, he's established contact. He waits. Now he gets pressure from the opposite side as well, but is able to dip that shoulder and just wrestle the ball away. Not only get possession, but pick up the foul at the same time. So important not to rebound straight up and down if you're a good jumper, but to, you know, give up a little on the jumping height, but learn to use your body effectively.
For Golden State, Lester Connor is checked into the game. 4th-year guard from Oregon State. He has not played in 40 of the Warriors' 56 games this season. And he
Well,
bit of a hand when he came in. I guess he hadn't played in like 10 in a row.
You think this is the secret weapon? He might have been.
Could be. It might have been sandbagging us, right?
This is all part of it. You know, hide him until the Celtics get here. Let him explode.
Bird gets both free throws, and the Celtics lead by 1. 56-55. Lester Connor's a defensive guard and a good ball handler. Got Ainge on him.
There's so much damage you can do in a minute and 30, though.
Floyd for Golden State now along the baseline. Rainbow layup by Purvis Short.
Well, Short's really got a quick first step, doesn't he? Boy, he caught third kill, still standing up on that, and David, pretty good defensive player.
Celtics trail by 1. Parrish on the high post. 57-56 Warriors. Robert gets all kinds of people in the air. Doesn't hit the shot. Tips it now. Gets his rebound. Puts it back up and there. Robert Parrish.
So important when you're any size, but certainly when you're 7 feet, to hang tough on that offensive board. But you really get a lot accomplished if you just hang in there.
Short gets it to Joe Barry Carroll. He is fouled by Robert Parrish, and Carroll will be at the line for Golden State with 58 seconds left in the first half. First foul of the game on the Chief. Celtics leading 58-57, but Carroll with a chance to put his Warriors back on top. There's Johnny Bach, veteran Golden State coach, who knows that this is his last year here. They said he'll remain on for the rest of the season, but the Warriors will make a coaching change at the end of this season.
John's a good man. He's had coaching success wherever he's been in the college level. Assisted, I believe, once or twice in our Olympic effort, and this is the first time he's had a frustrating coaching experience, so it's a tough way to end your career, but he's been a good one. He played for the Celtics for a while, you know.
Yeah, I know he's an old-time Celtic. Celtics have a 1-point lead with trail by 1 rather, 1-point deficit with 45 seconds left in the half. Bird is doubled up. That leaves somebody open. Parrish, the open man is Ainge. His jumper's been working. Not this time. Rebound David, third kill. No. Rebound Golden State. Larry Smith. Up court come the Warriors, leading by 1. Now leading by 3. Well, I tell you, people's eyes light up when the Celtics come to town, Hughes. I don't care how terribly they play. When the Celtics come in, everybody plays like a giant.
All Short with an unorthodox release on that outside shot. It looks like a low percentage shot, but he's averaging 25 a game, so it can't be too unorthodox.
Dennis Johnson clearing it out for Bird in the middle, and Larry puts it down. The Celtics trail by 1 with 5 seconds left in the half. It's inbounds to Floyd. Up court it comes. Bird makes the great defensive play out of bounds at the end of the first half. The Golden State Warriors have a 1-point lead. It's the Warriors 61 and the Celtics 60. Let's take a break. When we get back, Jack Hines and Julie Emery will be with us with a halftime news update, so stay with us. Golden State led this game 30-27 first quarter. Celtics outscored them 33-31 in the second for our 1-point game right now. There are statistics for the first half. The Celtics shooting 50%. The Warriors, who are normally a 47.5% shooting team, are shooting it at 55. They rebounding 21-18. Boston with just a 3-rebound edge. Celtics have taken pretty good care of the ball, only 7 turnovers, and Golden State only 5 turnovers. First half, Bird with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Robert Parrish, 14 points. Danny Ainge, 11, the top 3 Celtics scorers. And for Golden State, Carroll with 17 and Purvis Short with 15. Bird at 16, 8, and 5 has a chance, Goose, to again come up with another triple-double, and he's already had 2 on this road trip.
Well, he knows he's certainly got a lot of slack to make up as far as his own personal game is concerned, with Wedman and McHale out of there. Yeah. So he's got to do it not only in just the scoring department, but he's got to go under the boards and give them help. He's got to try to do as good a job on Short, their high scorer, as he possibly can until he gets some help with him. So he's got to fill a lot of shoes tonight.
All right, the Celtics will start the second half with the same unit that started the game. Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge, the guards. Robert Parrish at center. Larry Bird and Greg Kiter, the forwards. Scott Wedman not playing. He is back in Kansas City being treated for a back injury and hopes to be able to play tomorrow night at Denver. Warriors with Let's see, they're starting Mullen and Floyd at the guards, Carroll at center, Short and Smith are the forwards. Golden State up by a point. Floyd outside. No, weak side rebound, Bird. That is Larry's 9th rebound of this ball game. Celtics looking to take the lead here on their first possession of the second half.
They've got to cool them off with their defense. 55% is too high for this team to shoot, and I'm sure the Celtics know it. And I'm sure Casey has pointed that out.
Bird goes on Purvis Short and is fouled. And it will be called a possession foul coming before the shot. First team foul on the Warriors. And the second on Purvis Short. Bird, three-point shot. Bang! Celtics lead 63-61. For Larry Bird, that is his 39th three-point hoop of the season in 101 shots.
And it ignites the Celtics fans in the audience quickly, and of course quiets down the Golden State fans.
Warriors slapping the ball around like it's on fire. Short comes back up with it to Joe Barry Carroll, and they tie the game. 63 all. Ainge ahead to Bird. Larry now with 17 points in the game. Robert Parrish facing up to Carroll. Now DJ. Celtics are tied. We've played a minute of the third quarter, and we've got an illegal defense warning against the Golden State Warriors, which takes away Dennis Johnson's hoop. I almost wonder, too, sometimes on that illegal defense, when you see it interrupt a play, I wonder if it wouldn't be better off if the team had the option of going through with the play and either accepting it or not. Parrish's own offensive rebound, he gets fouled. What do you think?
Well, except after the whistle blows, you know.
Well, how about something
like would have the advantage because the defense.
How about if he puts up his hand or something like that? Just like they do in hockey on a
that might make more sense.
A delayed penalty. Because very often you see a team go or get knocked out of a pretty good offensive move because of that call.
Well,
Parrish on the turnaround.
Except if you assume that the call is to disallow an advantage that the defensive team is taking, then you're really asking if the call is a legitimate one. You're asking the offense to, try to function against unfair odds.
Yeah. Okay. I follow you. Yeah.
So.
Foul was called on Chris Mullen. That's his 4th personal foul. He goes out. Terry Teagle is back in for the Warriors. Robert Parrish knocks down the first of 2 free throws. 64-63 Celtics. 10.5 minutes left in the third. Robert with one more. Le Chiffre gets them both. 65-63. Celtics by 2. Eric Sleepy Floyd gets it to Carroll. Joe Barry Carroll looking inside, now trying to move on Robert with a right-handed hook. Rebound, Greg Kite tips it over, picked up by Dennis Johnson. DJ back for the Celtics, leading by a pair. Carroll steps in front of the Dennis Johnson pass and steals it away. Comes ahead to Purvis Short. He can fire. Game is tied. 65 all. Just under 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Golden State, I think, overachieving a little bit defensively. I'll tell you, they've done a nice job on the Celtics so far. Celtics shot at 50%, which is their team average in the first half, and they've had to work for it.
Robert, the offensive rebound off the missed shot by Dennis Johnson. Ainge outside, doesn't get it. Rebound, Warriors. Floyd, they're 3-on-3. Short, the pull-up. Purvis Short gives the Warriors the lead again, 67-65.
Got to know where your shooters are and who they are, and old Floyd had a head of steam up. He wanted to go through the middle. He finally gave that up and went to Short.
Bird dishing it off to Parrish. Robert with a rainbow hook shot for 2.
Nice job. Robert wanted to get in there. He was turned back, and he quickly adjusted to the little half hook there. Not easy for a 7-footer to do that.
All right, we're tied at 67 each. 8:50 left in the third quarter. Teagle on the miss. Purvis Short the rebound. Double clutches it home. Warriors playing exceptionally well, as does everyone when they play this team.
See, this is where, again, the point we made early on, putting Bird on Short might start to work against them, because you're asking him to do double duty. It's pretty difficult to concentrate on a shooter like Short and do your thing yourself.
Warriors now lead by 4, 71-67. 8.5 minutes left, third quarter.
Warriors controlling the action at the moment, beating the Celtics down floor and only giving them one shot on the offensive end.
That's where the Celtics got in trouble Monday night against Phoenix in the third quarter. when their shot selection got poor, and the Suns really took advantage of that. Right now, the Celtics do not have poor shot selection, but they got in trouble in this quarter in Phoenix. Missed shot, rebound, Kite. Celtics are 3-on-1. Johnson through the middle of the ramp to Larry Bird. Off to Danny Ainge, who blows the layup.
Not a good pass by DJ there. He lobbed it to Bird. He should have got it to him. It was a 3-on-1. 2-on-1, you might want to do that. But in any event, they lost the layup.
And Jabari Cole stiffed him. Bird at the other end. Tie game. Great defensive play by the Chief.
Key defensive play there, obviously, especially since it triggered 2 points on the other end. 4-point turnaround there, and I'm sure it got Joe Barry's attention. That perhaps is the biggest plus. It'll teach him not to bring it in on the Chief.
71-71. Purvis short, doubled up. Now Bird on him. Terry Teagle. Blocked by Dennis Johnson. To Bird, to Danny Ainge. Celtics are 2-on-2. Ainge all the way. Celtics lead.
I'll tell you what. I don't care how well that Teagle shoots. Those last 2 plays he made, taking turnaround jumpers from about 17 with the defense right there, is what gets coaches' attention and what creates momentum for the opponent.
Celtics, Greg Kite waiting for the loose ball, comes up for the rebound. Celtics have scored 6 unanswered points. The last 4 triggered off great defensive plays. Bird, pull up. No basket. Traveling call on Bird. Timeout on the floor. With 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter, it's the Celtics on a 6-point run and a 73-71 lead. Those last 2 plays, not on. Some nicer ones. Good man. Would you like to see Parrish's block? It's coming up next. Hey, we don't mess around. It's big-time stuff, Kevin. This is not on-the-job training. This is the big time. That's what they tell me. Boy, it gets awfully dark up there, doesn't it? Look, way back up in there.
Where the hanky-panky goes on. 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Ah. Woogie.
That's the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday, March 4th at 7:30. Call 638-6000 for more information.
The Celtics have taken a 73-71 lead on a run of 6-0. And that 6-0 run was triggered by this defensive play by Robert Parrish.
Despite what you read about high-scoring offenses, it's the defense generally that creates the momentum and the scoring drives in this game of basketball. And that was a pretty effective one by the Chief there.
Celtics were down at 71-67 before the Chief blocked that shot. It resulted in a basket at the other end, and the Celtics have gone on to score 2 more unanswered hoops. All right, Sleepy Floyd for the Warriors. Danny Ainge on him. The foul situation, by the way, team fouls. The Warriors with 3 in this quarter, the Celtics with none. Carroll on the miss. Robert Parrish the rebound. Danny Ainge coming down for the Celtics.
I don't know if it'll continue, but right now, Robert taking control of that individual battle he's having with Carroll. He's really outplayed him in this quarter.
Ainge, Bird off the pick. 2. 75-71. It's an 8-0 Celtics burst. Teagle and now Sleepy Floyd for the Warriors. Purvis short, scoring machine along the baseline. Blocked by Greg Kite. Outstanding play by Kite. Floyd comes back down the line, does not hit. Robert Parrish the rebound. Outlet to Bird. Larry controls the ball, but it's off his leg and out of bounds. It'll be Golden State ball, but Kite picking up the defense on this end.
It's contagious. Old Greg saw Robert do it and said, hey, I can get a piece of this action. Let me add somebody.
Celtics on an 8-0 run right now, leading 75-71 with 5.5 left in the third quarter. Short. Now straight out, 20 feet. Floyd. Those of you who saw Sleepy Floyd play with Georgetown, he did a lot of that when he was playing for the Hoyas in the Big East. 75-73. 5:10 left, third quarter. Tomorrow night, Celtics and Denver Nuggets from Denver. 9:30 here on Channel 56. Bird, 2 more.
Bird really starting to create some nice offense for himself now.
Purvis short. No, another rebound for Larry Bird. That's 10 bounds for Bird. Kite coming up with a loose ball as it bounced away. Hey, Greg has done a very commendable job in his starting role tonight.
Yes, he has.
He's blocked some shots, got some bounds.
Been, a positive contribution.
Dennis Johnson, now Bird. Celtics leading by 4. 4:40 left in the third. Larry finds his man. Water running. Leap. Bird 10 meters to foul. Off the hook. Dennis Johnson.
Bird starting to take charge of the game also here in the third quarter. He's really doing a little something of everything. And Short had that momentary explosion offensively at the start of the third, but we shut him down as well lately.
Kite just blocked another shot, but this time they're calling him for getting Larry Smith with the body, and so Larry Smith will be at the foul line as you take another look at it.
There it is, a little cut from the weak side. Catches Kite over the shoulder.
Yeah, Smith is a 53% shooter from the floor, one of the tops in the league as a forward. He's 50% from the foul line on the season. Greg Kite will come out, and I'll tell you what, he'll get a hand from his teammates, and that he does.
Well,
it's a hand from his teammates.
It's got to be very fulfilling for the young man, really. He just hasn't had many of these opportunities, and it's so important when you're a spot player, when you finally get your chance to, as I say, just get something positive accomplished and get a job done, and he's certainly done that.
Right now, to this point of the ball game, Larry Bird has 25 points and 10 rebounds. Celtics are leading by 4, 79-75, as Smith got the 2 free throws for the Warriors. 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Bill Walton in for the Celtics, replacing Greg Kite. Ainge and now Bird. Larry spinning in underneath, finds Ainge, lays it up. No, he is fouled, and Danny will be at the line.
Bird continues to find those cutters on that weak side. Had DJ a moment ago. This time he catches Ainge after the quick baseline move. Ainge is so difficult to stay with when he's away from the ball because he's got those quick, fast moves. There it is. Just can't get the handle momentarily, but then he gets himself under control before he waits for the contact to hit him to make sure that he's able to get the shot off as well.
Seastein into the game for the Celtics, replacing DJ. Ainge knocks them both down, and it's 81-75. Celtics by 6 again with 4 minutes left in the third. Celtics were trailing 71-67, but since then have gone on a 14-4 run. Ball is out of bounds off the Celtics. It'll be Golden State ball with 12 on the shot clock. Purvis short to put it in play for the Warriors. Does to Sleepy Floyd. Seastein on him. Floyd to Larry Smith. And he does not hit, and the rebound goes to Bill Walton. Up court to Larry Bird. 3-on-2. Seastein, pull up, 18-footer. Bang.
Celtics really running well now. They've got their offensive game completely under control.
Time out of the floor. Occurred by the Warriors. 3:41 left to play. Third quarter. Celtics lead 83-75. I tell you, when we start playing like this, it is so pretty. 71-67 at 8 minutes. Since then, it's 16-4.
Yeah, not much interest there.
And 4.5. Kevin, you want to read that? You want to read it? I know what you were going to say. many points and rebounds does Bird have now? 25 points and how many rebounds? He's got more than 9. He had 9, and you gave me this with him with 9. I know he got at least one more. The 7 assists, I'll say 25, 10, and 7. 10 rebounds?
Oh, he had 8 at the half. Certainly gotten 2 this year.
This stat man is like from hunger. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Now I know. More now at 8 o'clock. Clint Eastwood blows Montana sky high with the biggest heist they've ever seen. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, tomorrow's 8 o'clock movie on Channel 56. All right, so far in the game, Larry Bird, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Celtics on a 16-4 run in the last 4.5 minutes of play. Now lead this game 83-75.
It'll be interesting to see the Golden State shooting stat this quarter. We said they had to tighten up the defense. They shot it at 55. Boy, it'll be well below that.
Blocking foul on Seestein, but excellent defense was being played by Jerry Seestein. I don't know what Sleepy Floyd did that for, but I think he should have gotten a technical, Coos.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's a technical.
Whether he's upset at the officials or the opponent or himself, it doesn't matter.
Short, Floyd, Smith, Teagle, and Carroll are the Warriors out there. Seestein, Ainge, Bird, Walton, and Parrish for the Celtics.
Playing the 2 big men together has worked for Casey this quarter, too, by the way. For this reason, they've completely controlled the defensive board. It's triggered their running game, and Walton hasn't been hurting trying to guard Larry Smith because he's a non-shooter.
Larry Bird for the Celtics. Now Ainge, Danny, foul line, Seestein. Nice bounce pass to Parrish Law. Robert, couple of up fakes, wheels, no whistle, foul on Golden State. Well, because when the Celtics ball movement is like this, and when they're playing this way, aren't they? They're just so beautiful to watch.
Well, I know it's repetitious, but it's always triggered by the defense, you know.
Yeah, the Parrish block.
Yeah, the Parrish block.
And DJs.
Yeah, there's pretty good defense here on the part of Carroll until he goes for the fake. Once you know, guy with his experience, again, should be able to stay home a little more effectively than that, because Robert isn't, you know, that much. They're both the same size. Robert shouldn't be that much quicker or faster. So he should be able to stay at home and do a better job. But the point is he doesn't, and that's why he's a 5 on a 10 scale in terms of centers in this league. And Robert's developed into one of the top 3 centers in the league.
Celtics with a 9-point lead, their biggest of the game, 84-75. Short, looking low, now goes up top and fires over Bird, misses the shot. Rebound Floyd, Purvis short back, changed the angle of his shot because of Robert Parrish. Lead gets it over, here comes an 11-point lead. Great defense by the Celtics, and a great outlet pass by the Wolf.
You're right there, mon ami, I'll tell you that. Walton sensed that Bird was breaking free almost before he came down with that bounce.
Nice play there with Carroll getting it off the short down low, and the Warriors get it back to within 9. Celtics with 2:15 to go in the third quarter have taken control, and we have a whistle and a foul. Or do we have a timeout? Have a 20-second timeout called by the Celtics.
Walton is
and
hurting
Walton
a bit.
appears to have banged his foot.
Let's hold our collective breaths momentarily here. The big guy has been very fortunate all year long. He's played with as much enthusiasm as he has in perhaps his entire career, and he's been very lucky. He really hasn't hasn't had an injury of any kind, or even a hint of one for that matter. This is probably the closest we've come all year long.
Here comes
Watch
Walton's
this now. See, he looks almost, as he hits the ground, he turns his body so he gets the angle on the pass. And I don't think Bird gave him a verbal signal. I think he just sensed that.
Bird inbounds to Danny Ainge. Celtics, where's the rebound story with an 11 rebound edge. Walton off to Ainge, baseline. No. Rebound, Golden State. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Celtics lead by 9. Sleepy Floyd for the Warriors. Warriors led by 1 at the half. Celtics have held them to just 16 points in this third quarter so far. Purvis short. Carroll and Parrish battling for position low. Short. No. Weak side rebound. Walton. Off to Ainge. Here come the Celtics. Ahead to Bird. Swooping in. Two.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, mercy.
Is Bird running the floor nicely? That's the guy that doesn't have the speed to run the transition, right? Warriors falling apart at the moment.
Taking terrible shots there.
Their offense is gone.
They were one man up the floor. Teagle against four Celtics.
Yep, just decimated. The Celtics are running that transition game really as effectively as we've seen them do it this year. Again, triggered off the bad outside shot there, the quick rebound. And again, you see Walton looking out immediately to find an outlet man before the foul by Teagle.
Bird at the line with 2 shots. This is the first one. He had been perfect at that point in the ballgame. Greg Kite comes in for the Celtics, replacing Robert Parrish with 1:26 left in the third quarter. One more free throw for Larry Bird.
31 for Bird. He's got 15 in this quarter alone.
Misses them both. That happened earlier on this trip. Twice on this trip, as a matter of fact. 88-77. Celtics with an 11-point lead and 1:17 left in the third. Carroll gets it outside to Purvis short. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound, Bird slaps it out of bounds. It goes out of bounds off Golden State. It'll be Boston ball. I think we got lucky on that one, Coos.
Celtic defense has completely disrupted the Golden State half-court offense, and as I say, their domination of the board has pretty much shut down their transition game. So it's down to just, you know, the quick jumpers by whoever happens to be in position. Bird
does not get the hoop. Rebound goes to Carroll. He outlets it. And the Warriors come down. Sleepy Floyd with 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Celtics won the earlier meeting between these two, 135-114 at the Garden. He's 16 with the break play.
On the mismatch with Short. He got caught with the 6-7 high scorer. Again, quickness and alertness pays off. He got a hand on the ball and stole it.
Ainge from outside misses the shot. It comes up court. Seasteen steps in front of Sleepy Floyd, and a whistle. And let's see what the call is going to be.
Tell you what.
It's going to be an offensive
Well, they're
foul.
changing it, yeah. No, they're just saying it went off.
No
Seasting
foul at all.
Yeah, no, it's not a foul. I'll tell you, by far Seasting's best game of the year. This kid has done just about everything at this point, and he almost had a charge picked up. He established a position. Floyd ran him down. Seasting wanted the offensive foul, didn't get it.
It'll be put in play by Purvis Short. He does. To Sleepy Floyd. Floyd and Connor now are the Golden State guards. Short, Smith, and Carroll the front court. Now they're trying to set Floyd up for some one-on-one action on Seasting. Barry on him tight. They go to Joe Barry Carroll. They double him up, and he hits a jump hook anyway. 88-79. Celtics lead is 9 with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Ainge fires, does not hit. That's the end of 3. Celtics go from a 1-point deficit at the half, outscoring Golden State in this third quarter, 28-18. And so after 3, it is the Celtics leading it 88-79.
They only had 14 points. Is that what you got them for that quarter?
Golden State 18. They had 61 at halftime. That's 18.
I missed a couple of baskets then somewhere.
Well, this guy ain't going to be any help.
Huh?
This guy's not going to be any help.
I've never seen it. I've got to see my playing this club. Coming up from right now, I said, you know.
end of the game, would you get Bert's official totals from the official score for us so I can use them? Thanks. Gil Santos and Bob Cousy back in Oakland, California. Celtics outscored the Warriors 28-18 in that third quarter. Now lead at 88-79. So far in the ball game, Larry Bird 31 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists unofficially to lead the Celtics to this 9-point challenge after 3. They were down by 1 at the half, but really, because you've said it so many times, it triggered their offensive splurge and fast break and basketball off the defense, and that was the block by Robert Parrish. Got things really moving.
I'll tell you what, Casey has done a nice job rotating his people, too, his remaining people, with Wedman and McHale both not able to play. And the kite experiment, obviously a little bit of a gamble. He must have questioned himself a bit on that. That's worked beautifully. He's rotated his 2 big guys, played them separately, played them together, the 2 centers, and that's worked well. So, and he's gotten a superb performance out of this kid Seasting. Of course, as normally will happen on a team like this, you know, the guys will simply respond, you know, not only to the challenge of the opponent playing well that we talked about earlier, but the fact that they're short-handed, and hey, everybody's got to pick up a little slack, and that's certainly so far what's happened tonight.
Celtics leading by 11 points, starting the fourth quarter with Seasting, Carlisle, Kite, Walton, and Bird. Along the baseline, double-clutching Lester Connor's foul, and foul will be called on Bill Walton. 2 shots for Connor. Warriors have Connor out there with Floyd at the guards, Carroll, Smith.
This is what Connor does well. Penetrates, throws his body back into Walton. We saw Walton foul out on that play in, where was it, Sacramento? And, you know, we talked about it at the time. Theoretically, it's the man who creates the contact that should have the foul called on him. That doesn't always work that way, as you noticed. The man had the baseline. If he'd continued in a straight line, there wouldn't have been any contact, and Walton would have got to the shot. So he used his body, in this case effectively, threw it into Walton, and knocked him off balance, and also got the foul out of it.
Well,
but didn't have any points.
Flipped a couple of bricks up there, and so the Celtics come down with 11.5 minutes to play in the game, still leading by 11. Walton up top. Ryan Seasting, Jerry's in double figures tonight. Bird, 2 more for Larry Bird. Celtics with their biggest lead of the game, 13 points. 11 minutes to go.
I'll tell you what, Bird doesn't normally have good shooting nights in this Coliseum, but boy, he's been on fire after the first quarter tonight.
Seasting back for the Celtics. Celtics offense flowing very, very smoothly in the second half of this one. They try to go to Bird. He was being held by Greg Ballard, but
not a good pass by Walton. No, Big Bill knew it. He put his hands to his head. I think he was upset with himself. He was trying to pull it back, but the string broke, I guess.
Floyd, triple team, tries to throw a pass into Carroll, who does a 360 while in the lane, but anyway, was called for a 3-second violation anyhow. It'll be Boston ball, Bird to put it in play. Dennis Johnson in, replacing Rick Carlisle. So it is Johnson and Seasting at the guards. Walton, Kite, and Bird up front.
Golden State continues pretty much to function on a one-on-one basis offensively. It's just the first guy that opens up an opportunity for himself takes it. Mullen misses the shot, but it's tipped in by Joe Barry Carroll. Bird back for the Celtics. Has Dennis Johnson at the other end. Dennis gets 2 more. Celtics again. By 11, 94-83. Sleepy Floyd for Golden State. Chris Mullen along the baseline is doubled up by Bird, and Johnson ball is out of bounds off Bird. And it'll be Golden State ball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Jeff Houston comes in, replacing Sleepy Floyd for the Warriors. Their front court is Smith,
Carroll, and Greg Ballard. Jeff Houston, now Ballard. Good outside jump shooter, has it partially blocked. Walton comes up with it.
Yeah, Bird's defensive move, however, caused the bad shot on the part of Ballard.
DJ.
They're just helping each other out everywhere.
Nice the rebound of his own missed shot, block shot. Back to Dennis Johnson. He does not hit it. Smith blocking the shot on Kite. Now Mullen from the corner. Up over the top. Ball is still in play. Didn't go over. Walton comes down with it. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left. Celtics leading by 11. Biggest lead has been 13. Biggest deficit was 7.
I can see why this outfit's in last place now. The offense is completely non-existent. It's just schoolyard one-on-one basketball, as opposed to plays like that. When there's intelligent direction behind almost everything they do, and then when that breaks down, they go to the individual moves. With Golden State, it's just the opposite. There it is. Walton pick creates a trap. Look at this, between the legs to Walton. Oh, Bird is something else, isn't he? He loves that too, you know.
Finds a way to beat you.
I'll show him something new tonight.
Walton at the line shooting 2 for the Celtics with 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Celtics trailed at the half by 1, 61-60, but took control of this game midway through the third quarter and have been steadily putting distance between themselves and the Warriors ever since. Walton missing the front end of the 2-shot foul. He'll get one more. That's Purvis Short back into the game for Golden State. Large William gets the second one, so it is a 95-83 ball game. Celtics by 12, 9 minutes left.
Yeah, unless Golden State digs in a little defensively and develops a little cohesion offensively, the old cliche about there's still plenty of time, it's going to go right out the window. It's not going to apply even at home.
Barry Carroll stuffs it in. Walton very slow in getting up, and he appears to be all right. Jogging back up the court. There's Bill coming into your picture. Seastein for the Celtics, leading the game by 10, 95-85.
I'll tell you, old Walton doesn't stay down long. When we see him take the 8 or 9 count, I think that's when we'll know he's hurt. DJ losing his body.
Walton gets the rebound, and he is fouled by Joe Barry Carroll.
Oh, Walton's down the court.
He's seen
What's going on here? Am I picking up pine time and I'm in the game? DJ with the good head and shoulder fake. Should have picked up a foul on Mullen there. Didn't get it. But then Carroll whacks away at Walton.
Walton comes out for the Celtics. Robert Parrish goes in. Walton gets a big hand. Bill played his usual inspiring game off the bench for the Celtics. He plays with all the vim and vigor you could possibly want. Con molto espirito. They dry up the floor before putting the ball back in play.
Clean it up, old timer.
With gusto, Kuz. With gusto.
Oh, with a towel. Oh, with a broom.
Oh, they're really getting into the job now. There's Bill Walsh, head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. In attendance at tonight's game, Al Davis of the Los Angeles Raiders is also here in the crowd, over behind us somewhere. And now we're going to get a Celtics timeout. So we'll take the timeout with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the ball game from Oakland, California. It's the Celtics by 10, 95-85.
You having a good time, Lou? Relax, will you? I'm the MVP. Bird's got about 60 points. What do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Bad night. Either he or Parrish, one or the other.
I got to cast my ballot for LB.
Yeah, I think so.
Want to give me some top scorers, please, both clubs? Like 3 each? Give me something, anything. Something to say. Oh, no, really, the stat guy is like, Louis, please. It's giving me nothing. God.
Winners will be notified by telephone.
I want to remind you, Celtics fans, one of the big Celtics social events of the year coming up, the Boston Celtics Dinner and Fashion Show. You think the horn to sound the start of play could be a little louder in this building, by the way? Sounds like the Queen Elizabeth is coming through. Anyway, Celtics Dinner and Fashion Show to benefit the Massachusetts Special Olympics on the evening of March 6th at the Westin Hotel. To be a part of it, call the Mass Special Olympics, 245-5570. Casey Jones and Jimmy Rogers there. Larry Bird and Purvis Short there. Gil Santos and Bob Cousy here. Celtics leading by 10, 95-85. Celtics on the floor are Carlisle, Johnson, Parrish, Bird, and Kite. Wedman not playing tonight. He's at home in Kansas City, Missouri, having a back problem treated. Ball knocked out of bounds by Joe Barry Carroll. The Celtics ball. Bird to put it in play.
I'm sure Casey told him in the last time out, just keep doing what you've been doing, gang, in this half. Good, close first half of basketball. Both teams playing well and evenly, but it's been all Celtics here in a second.
This is Jeff Houston for the Golden State Warriors. Rick Carlisle on him. Now Mullen through the lane. Carlisle slaps at the ball. It's rolling around. Houston has it. Off to Joe Barry Carroll. Almost gets knocked over with the pass. Well, fires up a hook shot and misses.
Well, he caught him by surprise.
Sure did.
When your leading scorer passes up a little 12-footer to give it to the center to take a 14-footer, that obviously is a moment for
of extreme
surprise. And the big guy just didn't have his hands up. He figured the guy was going to shoot it.
Johnson on the miss. Rebound into the hands of Robert Parrish. Up fake, basket. No, says Blaine Rickett. Traveling down on the Celtics.
Well, we're a little too far away to comment on the call, but Robert didn't seem too upset by it, so I guess he took the little ones.
Larry Bird, the Celtics leading scorer, with 31 points in this ball game. This is Joe Barry Carroll trying to go back door to Chris Mullen, who loses the ball out of bounds.
I'll tell you, Mullen's not going to get much on DJ, so if that's the option they're going to, they're making a mistake. They're going into Carroll. Carroll doesn't seem to want much of Robert. He keeps looking to that weak side to pass off, so maybe that black stuff that Robert got on him is still working on his mind.
All right, Rick Carlisle for the Celtics. Now Dennis Johnson. DJ looking for Bird cutting. Bird cuts. Bird does not hit. Bird battles for the rebound. Greg Kite will come up with it. Outside Carlisle. Low the ball. No. Great pass by Carlisle. Warriors back. They get a pair from Jeff Houston. And it's 95-87. The Celtics lead is down to 8 points with 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Warriors making a comeback here. Celtics need a hoop to try to break this Warrior surge. Bird goes to the basket and gets two more. 33 now for Larry Bird.
I think Bird heard your commentary and said, yeah, I guess we do need a hoop. I better go to my left.
Houston for Golden State. Celtics leading by 10. 6 minutes left to play. Bird into the passing lane, steals it away. Rick Carlisle comes up with it.
Boy, is Carlisle cute. I mean, is he poised? He had three guys surrounding him there. Good pass by DJ. Advanced the ball quickly off the Carlisle outlet. Celtic defense continues to create those turnovers that eventually become baskets.
33 for Bird and 21 for Robert Parrish, Celtics leading scorers in this game. Houston to the basket. Celtics lead by 12 again, by the way. 5:40 to go. Carroll has 26 points in the game, but you know, Kuz, they're a quiet 26 if that's possible. He's got 26 points, but none of them seem to have come in any real opportune moments.
Carlisle. Roberts won the battle of centers pretty decisively at this point.
DJ along the baseline lets it fly. He was fouled prior to that by Golden State's Purvis Short. That was the third on Short, the third on the Warriors as a team.
Despite the score on the time, I see little things out there. The Celtics seem to know that they've got a W for themselves. They're playing with just a certain degree of panache and confidence. Again, you can get burned that way, but I think they sense that they've got themselves a good W here.
Short. Now Greg Ballard for the Warriors. Outside the Purvis Short, he gets a pair back. So it's 99-89, Celtics by 10.
That's the aura of confidence that you build when you know that you're playing good, solid defense. You know, the offense can be running smoothly, but I don't think it makes you as cocky or confident. But when you know you're getting the job done defensively, you can be pretty certain that the opponent's going to have a tough time making up 10 points in 4 minutes.
All right, there's Terry Teagle back in for Golden State.
Well, he needs a streak shooter,
Yeah.
so I'm sure Casey pointed out the fact at halftime that Teagle wasn't too shabby from outside and like get in his pants before he gets the opportunity to hurt us again.
All right, Houston gets it into the hands of Purvis Short. He is looking low. Instead, they're going to wheel it back cross court. And this is Terry Teagle. Turnaround by Ballard. Rebound, Robert Parrish. Whistle, foul on Golden State. And that is the 4th team foul on the Warriors. This one's on Purvis Short. And his 4th personal foul of the ball game. Short averaging 25 a game, well below that. Well, no, not really. He's got 23 in the game. Thought he had 13. I was misreading it. All right, Bird now to Robert Parrish. Celtics leading by 10. Just under 4 minutes to go in the game.
Celtics running down the clock now on their half-court game.
Bird, who unofficially has a triple-double, now has 37 points in the game for Larry Bird. And he was fouled to the basket counts.
See, that's so nice on a club when you can run down the clock, get it down to 10 or 8. Dennis looked up at the clock, just a quick glance to tell him he had 9 seconds to go, and then just drops it down to Bird. When you've got a superstar like this that you know can create an opportunity for himself in a space of 5 or 6 seconds, that makes the entire drill run a heck of a lot more effectively.
What a touch. Bird with 38 points in the game, and the Celtics again up to their biggest lead, 13 points. 3.5 minutes left. Carroll tries to take it in on the Chief. Doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound. Muscles it back up. Doesn't get it. Greg Kite gets the rebound. 3-on-2 sets. DJ feeding to Carlisle. Rick is hammered and will be at the line to shoot 2.
Good job. Old French pastry by DJ that time. As I say, I think he's starting to enjoy this. It's always more satisfying to a group of guys, a unit, when, as I say, they overcome, you know, odds where, in this case, the rest of the basketball world is assuming, hey, you know, we're in trouble, or the Celtics are in trouble with Wedman and McHale both out. They're just not going to be able to beat a team that's starting to play much better at home.
Bird coming out.
So when you do accomplish something that is unlikely, it gives everyone a little more satisfaction.
Larry Bird comes out, replaced by Bill Walton. Sam Vincent will be coming in momentarily for the Celtics with 3:10 to go, and the Celtics leading by 13. At the foul line, Purvis Short pulls up, misses. Robert Parrish has the rebound. Chief has played a heck of a ball game tonight as well.
I'll tell you, Bird's got to be the MVP, I think, but Robert is right behind.
Played a great game.
He has really gotten the job done, as I say, despite what Carroll has scored. Clearly outplayed him.
Another triple-double for Bird.
Done a massive job on the defensive board and defensively as well.
Robert has had a great game. DJ hits from outside. The Celtics now lead by 15, their biggest lead of the game. The Warriors want a timeout. Officially, Bird has a triple-double, his 3rd of the road trip, 36 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Celtics are rolling home, free and easy, leading by 15. That's 36 is Bird's official totals. Fouled out. Oh, I thought you were talking to... No, he's only got 5.
What have you got Bird for?
36 points is
I
what
have it for 38.
the official scorer has him. This is the official score. Hello. This is the official score. Official scorer has him for that. Thank you. 15 at the half.
Oh, okay.
16 at the half.
Yeah, if he had 16 at the half, then the official score is wrong, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know he had 15 in the third. $15, $25, $27.
I'm going to go with this.
$31.
I'm going to go with this.
$33, $35, $37, $38.
I'm going to go with that. Tomorrow night, the Celtics close out this far western trip at Denver, Colorado to play the Nuggets. 9:30 here on your Celtics Home Away from Home, Channel 56. Tomorrow night, we'll have it for you. Celtics and Nuggets, 9:30. Larry Bird, our Celtic triple-double for the night. His third on the road trip tonight. We double-check and officially has 38 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Big night for Bird again. Celtics took control of this one midway through the third quarter when they went from a 71-67 deficit. There's a three-point miss by the Warriors. They were, with 8 minutes to play in the third quarter, trailing 71-67. They then went on an 8-0 run and a 16-4 spurt in a 4.5-minute segment to go ahead by 9, and they just never looked back since then. The lead is now at its high water mark for the night, 15 points, 104-89. Sam Vincent, David, third kill in the game. Third kill baseline. Gets two more. 106-89 Celtics. As they're just blowing the Warriors away here in the second half of this one. Golden State shot 55% in the first half and led by 1 point. The Celtics really went to work defensively in the third quarter. Not that they had been playing poorly defensively in the first half, but really clamped them down in the third. And it was all triggered by a Robert Parrish block of a Joe Barry Carroll attempted stuff. From then on, the Celtics just floated home. Minute and a half to go. Dennis Johnson gets it to Sam Vincent. Does not hit the jump shot. Kite trying to tip it. Can't get it. Comes out to Carroll. And now Teagle. Dennis Johnson slaps it away. But a reach-in foul is called by Lee Jones on Dennis Johnson with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the game. Rick Carlisle will come back in for the Celts. He replaces DJ. So it's Carlisle, Vincent, third kill, Kite, and Robert Parrish out there. Celtics hope to have Scott Wedman back tomorrow night when we play at Denver. Greg Ballard gets a pair for the Warriors. And it's 106-91 with a minute and 24 left. Vincent for the Celtics, Sleepy Floyd on him. Now Greg Kite, who started tonight and has played a strong game. To the basket goes Sam Vincent. And a whistle and foul on Greg Ballard. And Vincent will be at the line for the Celtics. Celtics winning tonight will go 4-2 on the trip with the 7th and final game tomorrow night. Here's another look at it. Kite getting it to Vincent along the baseline. Sam gets the front end of the two-shot foul. He'll get one more. Sam Vincent, the Celtics' #1 draft choice, gets them both. And it's 108-91. Boston by 17. Ball is out of bounds off the Celtics. It'll be Golden State ball. The Warriors will lose their 40th game of the year tonight. And
Utah wins one in overtime tonight over Atlanta, 109-105. A little bit of a surprise there.
Yeah,
Atlanta's been playing very well, although it was at Utah.
All right, Sam Vincent back for the Celtics with just under a minute to play in the ball game. Celtics trailed at the first quarter, trailed at the half, took it over in the third, and it was all over. Greg Kite stuffs it home on a nice feed by Robert Parrish. Greg with a smile on his face a mile wide. Coming back down the floor, he gave Robert a double high five on that one, saying, "Thank you very much, mon ami."
He's going to come out and just say, ho hum.
Just another stuff.
Another stuff. Boy, this game's getting to be a bore. It's too easy for me.
He's probably going to try to challenge Spud Webb and Dominique Wilkins in the stuffing contest. Sam Vincent is dribbling out a little time. Dumps it off to Robert Parrish. Robert is fouled as he goes in for the layup with 24 seconds left. 110-96.
Well, we interviewed Casey at the start of this trip after the loss to Sacramento and said, Coach, what are you going to settle for? And he thought 5-2 would be nice. He suggested 3-3. I guess we said, there it is. Robert getting it inside. Carroll completely out of the play. They've got to be disappointed with Carroll's play. He got off to a good start this year after holding out, going to Italy, saying he didn't want to play here in Oakland, and of course Milwaukee made him that $7 million, I guess, offer that eventually Golden State matched, but I'm not sure that they're pleased with that now. And especially when they see the game that Robert has had tonight and say to themselves, wow, we had this young man not too long ago and we gave up on him in favor of Carroll.
Little alley-oop attempted step does not work for Golden State's Peter Thibault. And now with 14 seconds left, the Celtics push it up, leading at 111-98. Sam Vincent all the way to the baskets, 113-98. 9 seconds left. The Warriors throw at the length of the court. Thibault lays it in. 7 seconds to play. Robert Parrish gets it up court to Sam Vincent. Rick Carlisle, he fires, he hits, and it's 115-100. That should be the final score, unless Floyd hits a three-pointer here. He does not. The final score here at Oakland, California, the Celtics go 4-2 on the road trip. It is Boston winning over the Warriors 115-100. We'll be back in a moment. I got him. Roger Frank and Robert Chalmers. Chavez and Robert Chalmers. Woogie. Did you say Woogie? Woogie. Lorenzo Larry Joe Bird is our MVP.
Next up is March 4th against the San Antonio Spurs. Thanks very much for coming this evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you drive home, please do so safely.
That was a quiet 27 by Joe Barry. You're right.
Yep.
Just completely unimpressive. God.
Gil Santos and Bob Cousy back in Oakland, California, where the Celtics throttle the Golden State Warriors by 15 points, 115-100. Celtics are now 4-2 on this 7-game Western road trip. And the victory tonight triggered by the Celtics defense, and it came in the third quarter. They were down 71-67. Joe Barry Carroll was going in for a stop. Robert Parrish blocked the shot, got the ball up court. Celtics got a hoop. The Warriors came back down. Another stop. This one, Dennis Johnson on Terry Teagle. Back down. The Celtics score again to tie it. Those were the beginnings of an 8-0 Boston run, a 16-4 spurt in 4 minutes. That put the Celtics from a 4-point deficit into an 8-point lead. They never looked back, rolled on to the victory, 115-100 over the Warriors, and a very solid win, Coos, for the Celtics, who played 2 forwards short tonight, without Kevin McHale because of the Achilles problem, and without Scott Wedman, who was back at home with a back problem.
I'll tell you, that still left them 10 men, and boy, those 10 guys did a heck of a job. Kite came through beautifully in his starting role. Of course, Bird assumed the leadership as the captain and came through with what might be considered a normal Bird performance. But
yeah.
And as you mentioned, Robert Parrish, just outstanding in his personal battle. Joe Barry had 27, but they had to be the most quiet 27 in the history of the center position. Danny Ainge seemed to show signs of coming out of a shooting slump, so extremely positive win, and I'm sure one that Casey is very pleased to get.
Celtics tonight led by Larry Bird with 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 11 assists in the ball game. The Celtics win it 115-100. Now, tonight's lucky winner is Sandra Palmer from Newton, Massachusetts. Sandra will be called for traveling to her nearest Stop and Shop, where she'll be receiving a $250 Stop and Shop gift certificate. And if you want to get called for traveling by Channel 56 and Stop and Shop, just fill out an official entry form at your closest Stop and Shop, or send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to your nearby Stop and Shop. We'll draw lucky winners for a Celtics road game, and others will win a $250 Stop and Shop gift certificate. Keep watching Channel 56 for details. That's about it from here. Tonight's light beer from Miller, most valuable player of the game. 38 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, Larry Bird. A donation will be made in Larry's name to the Red Auerbach Fund, and it will be matched by the Boston Foundation. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 9:30 when the Celtics travel to Denver to meet the Nuggets. For my partner, Bob Cousy, this is Gil Santos saying goodnight from Oakland, California. And as a reminder, I can be heard weekday mornings with all the latest sports news on WBZ Radio 1030. Boston Celtics basketball was produced by Lou Schumann. Tonight, he produced a 115-100 Celtics victory. Stay tuned for Independent Network News coming up next, right here on Channel 56. Good night. Thank you.